Hello, welcome back. It is Heather from Sister Stand Strong, Bootstrap Business Blueprint. So we are going to be talking about the secret to selling with power and passion today. So let's kick this off. The bottom line is that people buy with emotion and they justify with logic. Wow, you say, hang on, what's going on here? The bottom line is that if you are, and I touched upon this before, which is if you're selling on features and benefits alone for your products and services, then you're missing a big crucial piece of the sales process. And that is that actually what comes first is somebody has to have an emotional attachment to something. And then once they've fallen in love with something, at a different, varying different levels, but it's that emotion, that powerful emotion behind it, or that want behind it. They then justify their purchases with the logic afterwards. So if you don't believe me, if you think back to something you've bought in the past that you saw, you loved it, there was an emotional connection with it first, okay? You actually felt it somewhere in your body, subconsciously maybe, but you were like, wow. So think back to something you purchased and you just saw it and instantly went, oh my God, I've got to have that, yeah? Then after you'd sort of had that conversation with yourself in terms of, I've got to have that, then you will have started a process in your mind about how to justify that, how good it would look with something else that you'd bought, or what a great investment it is, or you could use it several times. And it, so you then would justify the purchase. That happens so often in the sales process. All big brands use emotions to hook us in. All you need to do is look at any major brands and their advertising in TV, magazine. They're not selling a product or service. If you really I want you to sort of look at TV and magazines now with fresh eyes and just kind of watch the next TV advert and think, are they actually selling the product and service on features and benefits first? Look at this widget, how wonderful it is, and how big it is, and how wide, and what it does, and what it's made of. Are they selling it like that, or are they selling the fact of how good it's going to make somebody feel and how enhanced their life is going to be and how it's going to solve a problem for that person? They're selling a lifestyle. They're selling an emotional response. They're selling a feeling first. So people love buying and they hate being sold to. So when you can capture the hearts and the minds of your target customers, you're going to start to build a stronger relationship with that person. And this is going to release the happy chemicals actually in their brains. And the more emotional connection you can make in your marketing, the stronger your customers will feel towards you and what you're offering. And that creates customer loyalty. It's also what I call customer empathy mapping, CEM for short. So now it's time to take action. So here's what to do next. So number one, what emotion do you believe, or emotions do you believe that you are selling? And I'm going to give you some top tips in a moment as prompts, but what emotional response do you believe you're selling? How do you believe that your customers want to feel after they've purchased what you're selling? What other brands, once you've identified that, what other brands out there are similar in their emotional style to your business and your customers? So who else is selling that kind of style of emotion when they're doing adverts? And you can kind of look on YouTube if you need to to watch some advertisements of the brands that you've identified. So the top tip, here we go. Here are some of the emotions: fear, guilt, instant gratification, belonging, trust, time, leadership, value, and competition. Now you're looking at this list probably going, oh my God, where do I start, Heather? So, fear is a very, very big driver. All we have to do is look at 2020 as a very big example of this, and look at the coronavirus and the way that the governments around the world have used their public health announcements in terms of fear. We also have to look at the guilt side as well, because a lot of them, especially the UK government, used almost like the guilt thing about the NHS, protect our NHS workers. So fear and guilt are used, fear especially is used in a lot of advertising. And as I've said before, there's no right and wrong in this. The bottom line is that people move away from pain and faster than they move towards pleasure. So fear and guilt are some two biggies up there. Instant gratification. Let me give you an idea of a company that uses that. Well, that's Amazon, for example. Amazon use instant gratification. How fast can I get my package and my product and whatever I've bought? Let's give you another one. Trust and belonging. These two are used a lot actually in the car industry. So belonging to a group, a tribe of certain people with a certain mindset is used in the belonging thing. Trust in terms of, if we look at Volvo as a car manufacturer, that's to do with the safety aspects of that business. Let's scroll right the way down to competition as the last one. Competition, this could be used in sportswear. I mean, that's the prime example, is who's got the latest sort of sportswear, latest trainers. Again, for a younger kind of market, competition is key in terms of who can outdo who with the latest drop on a certain product. So there we go. So that gives you an idea. I want you to have a look, as I said, what emotions do you believe you're selling? Have a look at that list, see if any of them kind of fit, and then look at what other brands are out there and use something like YouTube to visually go and watch some of the adverts of those brands. So hope that helps, and I will see you again tomorrow.